Kumasi Zoo is the first and the premier national zoo of Ghana. The zoo was built in 1954 but started operations in 1958. The purpose for the zoo was to keep indigenous wild animals that are associated to African cultural tribes called totems. The zoo is under the management of the Wildlife Division of the Forestry Commission of Ghana, with the sole purpose of research, tourism, conservation, and education. The zoo contains some amounts of nocturnal animals. If this interests you the most, then visit the zoo around 3 p.m. thereabout, when the sun has set. Kumasi Zoo is located adjacent the Center for National Culture, the very city center of Kumasi, Kejetia. Dr. Ezekiel calls this the garden within the garden city.
Currently, the zoo has 196 animals made up of 56 different species. So we have lions, we have chimpanzees, we have hyena, we have camels, we have different types of snakes, venomous and non-venomous. We have different types of antelopes. We have different types of bush pigs, that's the warthogs. We have exotic species such as kangaroos, fallow deers, different types of birds, etc. One thing that is very interesting about Kumasi Zoo to visit to see is the feeding hour of our lions. When the lions are being fed and they come out to feed, it's a very interesting sight to view.
These lions that you see are the children of the male lion or the adult lions, and they are called cubs. And here we have two females. They are fighting over a beef, and then the male is inside. The adult lions are on the other side, and these animals, we separate them because in the wild, the male lion claim territory and they protect the females. And whilst they claim territory, they don't want any other association with other male lions. Because when other male lions intrude in their territory, they can fight them and then take over the territory, and then the females in there. This hyena, these animals, they are very troublesome animals, if I may say, because they are the animals that face lions. They have powerful jaws with long cunning and incisors to face the lions. Hyenas, they are scavengers. They eat only carcass. This is the inner chamber for the lions. These are the adult lions I was talking about earlier. And these lions, they like to live in grass areas interspersed with wood, or woody area interspersed with grass. That's where they live because they like to lay ambush. Patagonian mara. This species, the head looks like a rabbit and the rest of the body looks like the duiker. And these animals, they spend half of the day feeding, about 46% of the day feeding. They feed on fruits, vegetables, seeds, and then grass. Here we have bay duiker and then red flank duiker. These animals, they are mainly herbivorous animals. They feed on plants, leaves, shrubs, and then herbs. That's what they feed on. And they are very fast too. They are very fast. In the wild, they are being preyed by these lions and then wild animals. These are Maxwell duikers. And these are the one we call occupies. And they are also mainly herbivorous animals. They feed on grass, leaves, herbs, and then shrubs. And these animals, they are very fast. They run very fast too. And they exhibit a strategy we call lightning system. This is a bird, and it is called emu. And it is the second largest bird after the ostrich. And you can see it looks exactly like the ostrich. Yes, its behavior, everything is just like the ostrich. So you can see that this one, it has just like a blackened hair around the neck and all that. These are chimpanzees. And these animals, they are very smart and intelligent. And their behavior, they behave just like children. And their level of intelligence is like a 4-year-old child. And they are very, very strong. And these ones, they travel in group. Whilst their group is up, they don't want any association. Thanks, Mbeji. So we yes, I better phone. Me catch you one thing. This one, unless they come to do the work. You see, you not allow them to. Asa. This is a peahen. Those with the colorful feathers are the peacocks. Yes. Usually in birds, the females are smaller in size than the males. These are ostriches, and they are the largest bird on earth. And one way we differentiate the males from the females is by using their color, aside their sex. These Arabian camel can be found in some Arabian countries like Kuwait, Jordan, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia. And some African countries, mostly those around the Sahara Desert areas, like Libya and then Egypt. These animals, they are mainly herbivorous animals. They feed on plant matters, grass, herbs, leaves, and then shrubs. That's what they eat. And they consume a lot of water. They can consume about 30 to 40 gallons of water in a day. This is a primate cage. And in this cage, when we talk of primates, it simply means monkeys. And in this primate cage, we have 2 species of monkeys. The one with the baby, they are called mana monkeys. And then the one up there is called spotted nose monkey. This is an aviary cage, and in this cage we have different species of birds that were captured from the forest. These are not the common birds that we see in our homes. This is also an aviary cage, and in this cage there are 2 species of birds. The 2 whites are called swans, and then the brown one is called a goose. This species of birds, they are very good swimmers. They are very good swimmers. They have something we call web. It helps them to paddle in water very much. But they cannot fly very well because of their weight. They can only fly at a short distance. In some foreign countries, they are used for security purpose. You see, it was coming to take you the same way. They serve the same purpose as dogs. In some foreign countries, those that cannot afford to recruit or hire security personnel, they buy these ones and then release them in their yard. So when an uninvited guest comes in the area, they start making noise. They chase the person, peck the person until the person moves away. This is a reptile cage. And this cage contains West African crocodiles, long-snouted crocodiles, and dwarf crocodiles. The dwarf crocodiles, unlike other crocodiles, their head, body, limbs, and then the tail, all is short. These crocodiles, they exhibit a strategy we call mimicking or camouflage. These are baboons, and these species of baboons are called olive baboons, lazy monkeys. They don't like working. When other monkeys go and work for food, then they will go and steal it. Apart from fruit and vegetables, they also consume meat. They are omnivores. And they can live up to 30 years. They can live up to 30 years, but in captivity, they can live for more than 30 years. In this case, we have grass cutters. And in our local language, they are the ones we call akrantie. These ones, they are rodents. Here we have porcupines, and these species of porcupines are called crested porcupines. And in this particular case, we have this species of monkeys called green monkeys, and they are among the aggressive monkeys we have in this zoo. and they are very fast too. They can throw themselves very well.